And welcome back to the MMA Plug presented by DenverSportsBetting.com on Mile High Sports Radio, 98.1 FM Denver. We are here with a special guest from this weekend's UFC card, the one and only Jordan Williams. How you doing there, Jordan?
I'm doing good, my friend. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's a nice hot day here in Denver, but I'm sure it's nowhere near as hot as it is out there in Vegas right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, our morning run this morning, it started off at like 8. It was 90 degrees already by like 8 a.m. You know, hard to beat that.
Yeah, that's definitely scorching out there, but it has to help as far as getting that weight off, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, we had a choice to either run inside, but we definitely chose to take advantage of our environment.
Definitely. So Jordan, I got to ask you that because that brings up a very interesting, with the weight cut and with you in particular, how is your body feeling? Given that you're going down to welterweight, you're starting to make that adjustment with your body coming down from middleweight and just dealing with with your body and your system as a diabetic.
I mean, honestly, right now, I feel like it's holding up quite well. I gotta give a shout out to Stem Cell Healing Institute and my Dr. Zara Figueiredo. Like she really helped me just excel some recovery, not just in the diabetic aspect, but in just the fight damage aspect that I've taken over the years and since the last fight. So that's been helping me lose this weight. Also, just mentally being in a better state, or controlling my dietary habits, not eating too late at night, or so I feel like just doing all those things, I've been able to maintain quite well, and I feel ready. I feel good for this 170 fight.
Do you feel that that's going to give you already had pop in your hands as a middleweight? Do you think that then gives you an added advantage being a bigger, stronger guy now at this point?
Yeah, I feel like my pop sense there is the same. I felt like I was able, because I'll be lighter and everything at 170, but I think 185, that was like my I was walking around weight. So it's like you feel like you're strongest at your walk around weight. That's when you start cutting weight. That's when you start to feel fatigue. So I feel like how I've come through this this training camp, that my pop will remain the same, and that's what I'm hoping for. I mean, I feel like that's a great position to be in, just to maintain the strength that I had at 185ers and bring that down to 170. I couldn't be mad with that, at all.
Certainly, and not only is that the first time that you'll be making your UFC debut at welterweight, but this is also going to be your first fight as a Factory X fighter, correct?
Oh yes. There's a bunch of christening going around here. I'm super excited. I've just gained so much knowledge. It's like I've been just reading a book of just fight strategies and just fight structure, more so just like how the game works and how to work it. So I've gained a lot of new tools and new knowledge under Coach Mark, and shout out to Coach Jordan. We were doing a lot of one-on-one privates together. There's just a lot of knowledge that oozes out of that gym, and you couldn't fall into a better spot to just gain knowledge and obtain it.
So that leads me to another question. What led you to Factory X? Why there? I mean, not to say that you came from California where there's a lot of rich fight schools. So what made you say, okay, I want to leave from California and come out to Colorado?
That's a big, that was it seemingly like a hard question, but it wasn't. It was kind of, I sat down with my manager, and I sat down in my car. I was texting him, and I was just like, I just hit a pivotal thought in my mind, like just where I was at. I'm just gonna need more. And I texted my manager. He called me back within a minute. It's like, yes. So I think you should go to Inglewood, Colorado. You know, we were both already, and I met Coach Mark when I was out in Abu Dhabi, and I was just like, man, this guy's out here for all these guys fights, and I got to witness it as a third party. So that's why I asked my manager, like, hey, we should, you know, if I were to move and switch gyms, what would you think of, like, you know, Inglewood, you know, Factory X? And he called me. He's like, yes, you need to go. It's run by a great guy. And so basically, I was at a point in my career where I was moldable. You know, like, hey, you lost the last night, and we need to change something. So that's a big moving factor anyway. And so I was ready to go anywhere that felt like they had people in my weight class and just knowledge me to gain from. And but then doing some research into it with like other sources, just Factory X and just everything that this gym has to provide is ultimately what won me over. And the fact that shout out to Coach Mark, thank you for saying yes and let me be part of the team. That is a big thing. It's a big honor to be part of the Factory X squad. Like, once you decide to go there, they have to decide on you, and that is a fact.
Oh, definitely. Now, just like you said, I mean, it's an incredible team with a lot of high level talent. Who are some of the guys that have helped you prepare, you know, as far as your teammates go? Who have you trained with for this camp, or who have you trained with to kind of help prepare you for Mickey Gall here?
Mm-hmm. Then a lot of training with Coach Jordan as a private, or when we do our private sessions. He has been a real good asset to just pour the Factory X and his own spin and his own taste of that knowledge on for me to taste. And like who else? So we've been working a lot of our just with Coach Mark and Coach Jordan. We've been able to work our game plan, and then so with the training partners, I would say first off, shout out to Jacoby Jones. He's out here. We've been doing a lot of training. He's in my corner this time around, and just because of all the the knowledge in MMA and wrestling that he comes with. Harris, my man. Thank you for all the rounds. We've been doing a lot of rounds with Dustin Jacoby, or excuse me, that's right. And so he's a taller guy who's got striking and he's got wrestling awareness. Basically everyone with a lot of wrestling base. Oh, Austin, Moses Jones, my man. We've been getting a lot of live rounds. I've been getting a lot of live rounds with him, and just a lot of great just work ethic people that I've been getting some work in this camp.
That's awesome. Now let's talk the matchup for a second here. So you're going up against Mickey Gall, who is basically he's a jiu-jitsu guy. So how do you feel stylistically you match up against someone like him, being that you're a wrestler at your base and then you're also a very strong power puncher?
Matchup overall, this is what I can ask for a better matchup. Really, I mean, if I was putting money on myself, which I am, I feel like I'm better caliber, and like I have all respect for Mr. Gall. He's been in there for like 8 fights or so, and he's got a winning record in the highest organization in the world. So I put all the respect behind him, but with all due respect, like my wrestling is how I started, how I got into the game. I just don't feel like it can be touched by someone at his caliber. Cardio wise, I'm just better. I got that, so like I feel like I'm way more conditioned than him, and he gasses out. So in the time where those power punches are not supposed to be suspected, if it goes into the third round, I can still drop you. So I feel like stylistically wise, it just gives me a big chance to keep the ball in my court. And of course, there's steals and everything. They can go different ways, but if we just use my skills and assets to inflict the game plan we've come across, this matchup is like one for the books.
Certainly. Now, I have to ask your reaction to this. He was, I believe it was with MMA Junkie. He had an interview that came out either yesterday or earlier today. And he said something along the lines of he's ready to start showing off his striking and is ready to start scoring some knockouts and getting some finishes with his, on the feet. How do you react to that?
Wonderful. I got 8. I got 7 accounted for knockouts. I got 1 knockout that was taken away, but that was a ground TKO anyway. So I got like 6, 7 standing knockouts. Come try to catch up with me, you know.
That's how you punched your ticket to the UFC on the Contender Series.
Yeah, you know, that's how I got known for. You know, it's for the striking, punching someone in the face, standing, man. Like, so I feel like if you want to try to catch up, man, try your best, do your best.
I want to ask you one last question here, Jordan, on the way out. Folks, we're listening to, we're talking to Jordan Williams here. He's fighting this weekend on this, the UFC on ESPN 27 card. Jordan, you also recently, you mentioned getting stem cell treatment. You took a trip down to South America to go through this process. How, just talk to me about that process a little bit.
Oh man, it was crazy. First off, a lot of my family and friends and my girlfriend, they're like all worried about me going in the first place, going to a third world country. So I had to like kind of, just talk them in ease that I was going to be safe and everything. And so that was something that was fun to deal with. But it was a great experience, man. I love, like, the people were super nice to me. The doctor there, Dr. Zara Figueiredo from the Stem Cell Healing Institute, they took me in, and like they had a full concierge service. They put me in an Airbnb. Did stem cell the first day we got in. We did like a detox of a lot of B vitamins and like magnesium and a good complex of good stuff to help detox and help the stem cell carry in and stay in. And then that was a 2-hour IV that morning, and then we waited a second, and then went right into a half-hour IV. And then started after that IV, took a break, ate food, and then had me do 2 oxygen therapy bike sessions a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And then I had 2 chiropractic sessions a day. They're helping aligning me. And then she did 4 injections of platelet lysate in areas that I'd like to keep disclosed. I mean, obviously one was in the neck. Everyone knows I broke my neck a couple fights ago, and so I definitely had a little injection there. So if you're trying to think of the head tie, Mickey, watch out. It's solid. But also just got it in other places where I needed it, and just feeling great. And so I had to recover a little bit after I got the shots, platelet lysate shots, kind of like, no high impact. So I had to take some time into getting into full swing of training. But by the time I was back into that full swing, man, like my blood sugar levels dropping, and just different measurements for when I'm taking insulin and measuring after all the food I take. All the numbers are changing in a good direction. So I'm just really happy. I'm really happy I made the decision. It's seemingly like it's been nothing but benefit so far.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that it's worked out for you, and you're seeing the benefits for it as you go on to this huge matchup on the main card this weekend. So, folks, this is Jordan Williams. He's going to be fighting on the main card for UFC on ESPN 27 this weekend. You can continue following us along after the break. This is the MMA Plug presented by DenverSportsBetting.com on Mile High Sports Radio 98.1 FM Denver.